Well, steel targets are a lot of fun to shoot and they give you immediate feedback. But the problem with steel is you've got to be a certain distance away. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting splatter. And some steel can't be shot with centerfire rifles. And to make that even more complicated, you don't want to shoot steel with centerfire rifles any closer than at least 100 yards. I know some people shoot it at 50 or 75, but for safety purposes, 100 yards is a good standoff distance. What happens when you want to shoot something that's more durable than paper that you can use? And so I'm going to try out these rubber targets here and see how they work. They're theoretically they're supposed to take a lot of hits and last a lot longer than obviously a paper target. They're probably price-wise on par with steel, maybe a little cheaper, but I don't expect that they'll last as long. The good news is you can shoot them at almost any distance with any kind of firearm without risk of splashback. In this case, I just clipped them to a piece of steel target to free hang, but you can put them in a target stand or anything like this. So let's give them a shot and see how they go. All right, working a drill with presentation from the holster. We'll fire 2 rounds to the lower A zone and then 2 rounds to the upper A zone on each target. The idea is we're kind of tracking exactly what kind of sight picture and sight refinement we need to get hits in each space. So make sure we have a full gun. We'll play around with it. Nice. Looks like they're holding up pretty well. These aren't holes. They're just marks where the paint has come off, but there's no actual hole in. So unlike paper, I could just shoot over this with spray paint and theoretically be right back where I started. Obviously, if I was shooting steel, there's no way I'd want the camera this close to the target. The splatter of bullet remnants off the target would almost certainly damage the camera. But with these targets, I feel like I can shoot it this close and keep the camera there. So we have 1 round that went a little low here. Just for experiment's sake, I'm going to put a few tight rounds in that area and see what it looks like with multiple hits. All right, not a bad shot group from 5 yards away. But again, very little damage. You can see there's a little bit of a divot there where the rubber has been displaced. A little bit larger hole on the back. I think these targets, obviously, they've got a lot of life left in them. Probably another 1,000 rounds at least.